Impact Wrestling presents Under Siege, live May 26th on Impact Plus and Fight.
One back here in the Impact Zone, it's time for a six-man tag team main event.
Gentlemen, this is a six-man tag team match set for one fall. Introducing team number one first. He represents Moose Nation. He is Moose.
1 week from tomorrow, live on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for our Ultimate Insiders in London, Ontario, Canada. At Under Siege, we will see a six-way matchup. The winner will be crowned the #1 contender to the Impact World Championship and will get that title shot at the Against All Odds event, which is Friday, June 9th, live in Columbus, Ohio. And look who's back.
His tag team partner accompanied to the ring by Alicia from Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards, flanked by his ride or die. Get ready for this main event, six-man tag team matchup.
First time we've seen Eddie Edwards in the Impact Zone since last rights against PCO at Rebellion. How will he fare in this six-man tag? We'll find out next. We are back here in Chicago, set for our main event, a six-man tag team matchup, every member of which will take part in a six-way dance. Come Under Siege 1 week from tomorrow, live in London, Ontario, Canada. The winner of that match moves on to Against All Odds to challenge whomever is the Impact World Champion. I don't know how this is going to work, however, with Kaz, Edwards, and Moose.
It's going to be a very interesting meeting of the minds, shall we say.
Sure.
We saw a little preview of how it might be going earlier tonight.
Your opponents first from Atlanta, Georgia, Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham, who's all business, making his way to the ring. He's got a victory in his back pocket after dealing with Speedball Mike Bailey recently here on Access TV right here in Chicago.
From Japan, Yuya Uemura.
Straight up, Yuya's opportunity come Under Siege. Biggest match of his life. Big chance for some momentum tonight.
Hands down, a huge opportunity for that young man, and an opportunity to get back to the top for this man.
Their tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, Shelley.
And I don't mean to rain on your parade or Alex Shelley's, but it's a chance for Alex Shelley to finally get to the top, to finally slay that beast. I've said it before, Alex Shelley might be the greatest wrestler in the history of Impact to have never won the Impact World Championship. His chance at Under Siege could be the culmination of a life's work.
And if you don't think that rests in the back of the mind of Alex Shelley on a daily basis, I call you crazy. I can guarantee you, especially because Shelley, in the most recent times in his life, has kind of pulled back from wrestling for a little while, pursued his career in physiotherapy and a life outside of this business, but in recent months and years has rededicated himself to this craft. He's always loved it, but he's on a new mission, and I have to imagine, I know for a fact that becoming world champion is at the top of his agenda.
Make an impact on your performance and well-being with the best-selling Test Booster Test X9 from Legacy Sports Nutrition. Go to LegacySubs.com and use the code IMPACT for 20% off and level up with Legacy.
I gotta give credit where credit is due to Impact Management for making this matchup, taking all 6 of these guys who will be opponents at Under Siege, competing for that #1 contendership, and putting them on teams against each other. There's going to be a lot of conflicts of interest, if you will.
I agree with you, and also Alex Shelley, a little extra motivation walking into this very building here in Chicago. It was last year during the summer at the Emergence event. He got his first Impact World title shot against then champion Josh Alexander. Shelley wants to get back to that level. Shelley and Edwards exchanging here early on, and Eddie Edwards forcibly makes a tag to Frankie Kazarian. Earlier on this evening, there was a little dispute between Eddie Edwards, Kazarian forcibly tags in Moose. Kazarian and Edwards were not seeing eye to eye earlier on. First of all, we haven't seen Eddie Edwards since Rebellion, losing in the last rights match, having the coffin closed on him by PCO that night in Toronto. Eddie Edwards, however, apparently has taken exception to Frankie Kazarian's recent interview series, talking about his veteran experience.
Well, Eddie Edwards, he's a big veteran here too. He's been in Impact for so long, so many memorable moments, such a great history here as well. And you know what? After last rights, coming back in here wants to take charge and made sure Frankie Kazarian knew that he was going to take charge in this matchup.
And now it's Moose tied up with Yuya Uemura. Moose has gotten victories against Yuya in singles and tag team action very recently. However, thanks to Brian Myers quite a bit, and it doesn't seem like Brian Myers necessarily backing up Moose anymore. Earlier on tonight, we saw him backing up the Good Hands.
That's right. I think some different agendas between Myers and Moose, but right now for Moose, it is all about getting some momentum heading into that #1 Contenders match at Under Siege.
Kazarian tagged into the matchup by Moose, who's teamed with Uemura in the past, and now into the matchup comes Jonathan Gresham with Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago that Uemura and Kazarian were on the same side of the ring in Hardcore War.
God, here's a singles match I would love to see here in Impact.
Oh, please, don't tease me with a good time. Don't you dare. We're getting a preview of it right now.
And Frankie Kazarian, I was curious. Hold on, shoulders down here on Gresham and a kick out. I was curious how he was going to function with Moose and Edwards. A lot of guys who don't see eye to eye. Frankie just got done doing something like this. Remember the main event of Sacrifice, Time Machine against Macklin, Swan, and Kazarian?
He's getting a lot of experience with handling, like I said, multiple personalities.
Belly to back suplex, here's the cover and a kick out. I think it comes back to Frankie Kazarian trying to do the right thing. He wants to be that good type of veteran presence in the locker room. You know what that's all about.
I mean, that's what he said. He's made that very clear in that amazing set of sit-down interviews we've done with Frankie Kazarian. He wants to be the example he felt like he didn't see enough of as he came up in this business. I just gotta say, good luck. I mean, I hope you can maintain that. This is a tough business to maintain your, I'm gonna say chastity, but that's not the right word. I think you know where I'm going.
A tag made. Alex Shelley able to take down Eddie Edwards.
Pro wrestling can sometimes make villains of us all. Alex Shelley taking a chop block to Eddie Edwards is a prime example, actually.
STF. Well, I've always said that Alex Shelley's no saint. He's an instigator. Eddie Edwards gets to the bottom rope and breaks up the submission attempt.
100%.
And frankly, again, it comes back to what I was saying before. Alex Shelley has never won the Impact World Championship. You've got to be a little bit nasty in this matchup, and especially at Under Siege and the #1 Contenders match.
Hey, I got no problem with a little bit of controlled bitterness, if you will. You know what I mean? Use it to motivate you. Use it to get you to that next level, to finally reach that goal. Let it motivate you, and I think that's what it's doing for Alex Shelley.
Now Gresham trying to get a hold of Eddie Edwards. Uemura dives back into the fray.
And for a third time, Edwards firing off here.
Uemura goes after Eddie Edwards, who I would argue is the wrong type of veteran presence you want in the locker room. It's been toxic over the last year. Remember everything he did with Honor No More. And now Alex Shelley trying to take away the tag options for Edwards.
Honor No More had its moments, I would say. I mean, Eddie Edwards has proven he could be a leader, but right now it is breaking down here.
Shelley right now leading his team. They appear to be in control against Edwards, Moose, and Kazarian. We are back here on Impact Wrestling in this tag team match. Every last man involved will compete 1 week from tomorrow at Under Siege in a 6-way dance to determine the new #1 contender to the Impact World title.
That's that amateur wrestling background of Yuya, the strength.
Here comes Alex Shelley, goes back to the leg, dragon screw.
And when Shelley gets a target on a body part, it's bad news.
Now Shelley tied up with Moose. Oh, look at this. Oh, 2 for 1 there.
Shelley turning it into a combo deal there.
Now Shelley once again going for the leg. Oh, and a kick right to the back of the head. Oh, and Moose taking Shelley off his feet. The official doesn't see the illegal contact. He's checking on Eddie Edwards.
Getting a little semblance of revenge for that pro wrestling BOGO just a minute ago.
And so far, the teamwork, call it that, between Moose and Eddie Edwards has continued to work well. Frankie Kazarian not thrilled with the actions of his tag team partners. And in the meantime, Alex Shelley is in a world of trouble right now. Shelley trying to get to the corner and make a tag to Gresham, but Kazarian's legal.
Right now, these two teams trying to form their own little trios, their own band, and get a victory heading into Under Siege.
There's a cover by Kazarian on Shelley and a kick out. And imagine if Frankie Kazarian finally got himself the Impact World Championship shot that he's been craving since Overdrive.
That's right, coming back to Impact Wrestling. Getting that opportunity, he said that's what he's always wanted.
And now Moose in control, staring down Jonathan Gresham. And a cheap shot there at Gresham. The official trying to control the octopus. And Eddie Edwards saying that a tag was made. Frankie Kazarian saying that's not the case. No legal tag was ever actually made, and Moose and Edwards are just trying to play the official now, with the official trying to do the right thing, trying to keep Gresham out of the ring, and the legal combatants in the ring. And Frankie Kazarian is trying to do the right thing, and now Moose is admonishing Kazarian. Now there's a legal tag made. In comes Moose for Edwards. Oh, and a chop right to the chest of Shelley. This is a explosive situation you can feel developing in the corner of Moose, Edwards, and Kazarian as Moose puts his foot right on the throat there of Alex Shelley. Now backing Shelley into the corner, tag made by Edwards. Kick right to the midsection, and Alex Shelley in a bad way now, right in the hands of what Edwards and Moose have been doing as of late. Chance of Shelley here this evening in Chicago inside Cicero Stadium, the site of this year's Bound for Glory event, our biggest pay-per-view of the year. Oh, no. You can hear that one.
Shelley nearly had his chest collapsed with that one.
Eddie Edwards, eyes in the back of his head, rushes at Shelley. Shelley trying to make a tag, slowed down by Edwards.
Great catch by Eddie Edwards there, slapping on the sleeper. And immediately, Shelley starts to fade. Wait, look out here.
Oh, goes back to the left knee. Oh, Boston knee party. But has the damage been done to Edwards' left knee, and he can't capitalize?
Enough where he knows he needs to get a tag.
Hard tag.
And a tag with authority from the self-proclaimed leader of that side of the ring.
I now look at Kazarian trying to set up for the unprettier. Oh, face first into the middle turnbuckle.
And now Shelley once again has a window open to his own team. Gresham and Uemura looking for a tag.
Shelley trying to get to the corner. Gresham and Uemura waiting, and a tag made to Yuya. He'll meet Eddie Edwards. A continued miscommunication between Edwards and Kazarian there.
And Yuya perfectly fine to take advantage of it as he comes out like a house of fire here. And what an opportunity it would be for Yuya should he win that six-man match under siege once again.
Moose with a misfire there on Edwards, and Yuya takes advantage. Oh, back elbow by Yuya. Oh, driving Moose into the canvas.
Yuya fighting 2-on-1 here with Edwards and Moose planting the former Impact World Champion.
Going to back suplex, hook to the leg. Edwards is still in it. What a flurry by Yuya.
And as I was saying, can you imagine what an opportunity if Yuya can score that victory in the six-man match at Under Siege and challenge for a world championship.
Oh, look at this, trying to trap the arms, going for the overhead belly to belly. Edwards breaks it up with his head. Oh my God.
Oh, Edwards flying off the ropes too.
Look at this. Blue Thunder Bomb on the sit-out. Edwards is taking a lot of damage, however, didn't go for the pin.
Needs some relief here.
Tag.
Tags once again to Moose.
And now Moose trying to take control for his team.
We're gonna put it away. Yuya says, not today.
And now Uemura rushes at the wrestling god and a gnarly backbreaker. Moose, powerbomb!
Huge!
Standing powerbomb! Oh, and a kick out by Uemura!
What resilience. Let's take a look back at this first. The backbreaker from Moose, and then followed up with a huge powerbomb, but not enough to put Yuya away.
The resilience of Yuya, he avoids the spear and a tag made. In comes Jonathan Gresham. Oh!
Immediately chopping down at those tree trunk legs of Moose.
Takes a lot to take Moose off his feet.
Looking for another powerbomb here.
Now Gresham! Gresham with a big kick, and look at Moose finally down to a knee. Oh, went for the standing uranagi. Gresham trying to catch the former Impact World Champion.
Looking for maybe a figure four there. Moose kicking him off.
Gresham trying to fight from underneath.
Oh,
hyperextending the knee.
Oh, it always
Tag.
hurts just to watch that one.
Oh, and Gresham taking Kaz off his feet. Look at Gresham push the base, shoulders down here, and a kick out by Kazarian. Oh, and Kazarian got him with a leg drop.
That was the ability
Tag.
to change in midair.
That was ridiculous.
Gresham was looking to duck underneath the leapfrog. Kazarian changed it into a leg drop.
Kazarian continues to get better and better.
And talk about right here, the two guys, the two most talented men to perhaps never win the World Championship. They both have an opportunity to be the #1 contender come Under Siege.
To Impact Originals, and another leg drop from Kazarian. And now measuring, going for the chicken wing. Wants the chicken wing, trying to get the submission. Shelley finds a way out.
And just to block it now, redirecting Kaz.
Oh, and the DDT, the slingshot DDT, cover. Shelley is still in it. But Kazarian undeterred. Once again, wants the chicken wing.
Shelley immediately driving it
On a
back to the
tag.
ropes, which is a smart idea, but yeah.
The tag by Edwards. I mean, Kazarian looked like he was having success with the chicken wing. He went back to it. Oh!
Edwards said he wanted to control this matchup. He wanted to run things. You reap what you sow, I suppose. Oh, God.
What a kick to the face. Shelley wanted sliced bread there. Stopped Eddie Edwards. Enziguri by Edwards.
Oh, now looks to load up Shelley here.
Backpack stunner. Edwards, sense of urgency. Look at Yuya scramble and save the match for his team.
Literally in the nick of time from Yuya Uemura.
Backstabber by Kazarian. Now Gresham charges at Kazarian, and high on the neck and shoulders lands Kazarian. Now Moose charges after Gresham, Moose to the outside.
And now look out, Moose as Gresham, he catches him.
Oh my God.
On the floor!
Oh God, not this. Not this. Oh, he went for the power bomb. Yuya with a crossbody to Moose.
What a sequence of chaos there on the outside. Look out in the ring though. Looking for that Tiger driver was Eddie Edwards. Turned around by Shelley, now a collision between teammates. And it is breaking down between Edwards and Kaz. Ooh.
Oh, and a clothesline to his own teammate.
Kaz has had enough.
Edwards earned that one, I'd say. Now it's all alone. Shelley and Edwards.
It's down to 2.
Now Shelley. Shell shock. Shell shock. Cover. Shelley gets the win for his team.
Here are your winners, Jonathan Gresham, Yuya Uemura, and Shelley.
I mean, an incredibly high-intensity, high-paced matchup. But at the end of the day, we started this matchup talking about Shelley being one of the most talented men to never win the world title. Now he heads in to that #1 Contenders match with a lot of momentum.
And there's a lot to digest in regards to what happened between Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards. Those two still jaw-jacking at ringside, but nonetheless, who will become the #1 contender to the Impact World Championship? We're gonna find out. Come Under Siege.